From Mech Fan Toys, it is Scourgers, a legend-size version of everybody's favorite leader of the sweeps, Scourge. I gotta say that this name, not very different from the original, but this has actually been out for a while. So you may be familiar with it, you may have bought it, maybe gotten rid of it, it may be sitting on a shelf with dust, or you may have never heard of this before. And for those who haven't heard of it, this could be informative. For those who have, this could still be fun. And I would like to thank the Joy Model World Toy Store for sending this to me at no cost so I could review it for you guys. And it's not a costly item, so if you like it, it's not gonna set you back like mortgage payments or rent or video game money. But yes, we are gonna go through this diminutive but cool version of Scourge and have some fun along the way. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm Captain Kyle, welcome aboard. Been watching for a while, thanks for coming back, very cool of you. And we're gonna have a lot of fun with this poor haunted leader of the sweeps. Oh, and Honor just showed up to remind me to mention, thank you, that we have a special bonus near the end of the video. You'll want to check it out, pretty damn cool. Be right back. So the box shows some nice artwork on the front of the character. It actually shows him with Galvatron on the other side, and a little smaller picture here. And on the back, of course, it shows him in his various modes. But let's get this Mech Fan Toys creation out of the box. And there he is out of the box. Now, I actually have worked with this toy or similar ones before, so I don't even bother with the instructions, but I will actually show you how to transform it. I know some people really want to see that. But as you can see, he comes with two weapons, the figure, and he comes with a matrix. It's an extremely small matrix, very tiny, and I just knocked him over because he's very tiny. But the reason for that is because of the episode in the third season, I believe it was called The Burden Hardest to Bear, where Rodimus rejects the matrix. I mean, sheesh, it's a little extreme, don't you think? Abandons it, and who finds it but Scourge? And Scourge took it, put it inside himself. Now, there's no real way to put it in this figure, but he did that, and he became enormously powerful, but it also started to warp him because his less than noble intentions and the wisdom of the past leaders of the Autobots fought and actually caused him a bit of pain and deformity. So if you find a matrix just lying around, do not put it inside you, Logan, especially if you have less than noble thoughts, because it can cause problems.
You're all not worthy.
So this is neat that it comes with it, but there's not really anything you can do with it other than just have it there. So we're gonna concentrate on the figure. As I said, he's got these two guns, very nice, and he looks very much like the character. I mean, a lot better than many of the Hasbro versions that came out over the years, until the latest studio series, which of course is pretty damn spot on. But a lot of the other ones some were close, some weren't even close, but this guy looks good. And I'm gonna spin him on the Turntable of Doom so you can see him from all angles. And he can fall over. He is light. There's no die cast in this guy. It actually almost looks like he's got claws on his fingers, which is nice attention to detail by Mech Fan Toys. And yeah, so I'll slide those away. Let's go through some posability on this figure, who is only 4.5 inches tall. Because of his proportions, even though like a G1 Hound is 4.5 inches tall, G1 Hound would still look like a much bigger bot than this guy because of, he'd be thick, all right, he'd be thick. Checking out the posability, now he does not have ankle swivels. This is a legend-sized toy, and it came out years ago, but he does have the ability to do a full toes up Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now you might need to adjust the wings a little bit to have him go all the way down, but that's some very nice posability. He can kick forward. Now kicking back is a problem unless you move the wings out of the way, and then he can kick really high backwards. It is kind of cool that you can move the wings out of the way. He can do a side kick. He can do a full split side kick. He does bend at the knee. It is because of the shape of his lower leg, it's not quite 90 degrees, but it's still a decent amount. And because this guy's got a lot of ball joints, he can swivel his leg around, but I'll say the ball joints are kind of tight, so you'll do that once and you'll be like, nah, I'm not doing that again. No real reason for it. Push him out a little bit, you know, for a good pose, but that's about it. Twisting at the waist. He actually twists all the way around at the waist. And his arms can go all the way around. Of course, you got to watch out for the wings, so you might have to tilt them out a little bit. Bends at the elbow. swivels. The fists themselves, they don't seem to want to twist, and I don't think they can, so don't do that. The head can turn all the way around, and he can even kind of lean forward a little bit, look up a little bit. Now his back wings are attached by ball joints, so you can move them out to the side if you want them to be like gliding in. You can bring them in as like side shields. So they're actually pretty versatile. And of course he has 2 weapons, not just one. So he can blast, but still a very cool looking version of Scourge. He's got the mustache. Sorry, Scourgers. Are you in the witness protection program? Because again, they did a horrible job disguising you. So very cool robot mode. Let's get him in to his vehicle mode. And I'm going to show you how that's done. So basically, first of all, you put his hands up in the air like he just don't care. Because he don't. His legs, twist them at the knee so that the feet are facing outward. Push in the feet like so, and then you can, using the posts in there, push the legs together like so. Now the head, push the whole head neck assembly forward, and then you notice the head just drops in there, so all you see is the gun, so he looks perfect in that way. The wings, and like I said, this is a pretty simple transformation. Fold them around. Obviously, you have the arms up so they're not covered by the wings, but that is perfectly fine. That's on purpose. And there he is like so. Now, the arms, you want to turn the forearms so that the fists are facing each other, but then you take the fists and you fold them like so. So it looks like that. And then you bend at the elbows of the arms, and you'll see there's a little post right there that you can attach the arms so they form the back end of this hovercraft, whatever it actually is. Again, a relatively simple transformation, but there he is. He looks more like the version in the movie and on the show than the one that was put out back during the days of G1. And he's got his head cannon, not head cannon, his cannon on his head. And the 2 side guns. Now there is an alternate configuration that you can put him in. And obviously he doesn't have wheels, so there's no roll test. There's no flight test, but one of the things that you can do, which is kind of cool, if you separate the arms and turn them like so, so the fists are now on the outside, you can take these guns, plug them in there, and it's like he's in super battle mode. It's got extra weapons that can pop out, so he can make the run on the Death Star. You know what I mean. So there you go, a very cool version of Scourge named Scourgers. But I do have a bonus for you, because they recolored him. Remolded the face, gave him different colored weapons. Now instead of Scourgers, they call this one Cosmos Catcher. Probably because he's a bounty hunter, and if you didn't figure it out by now, this is Devcon. He is an Autobot bounty hunter who looks for Decepticons. An Autobot! Great Cybertron! I haven't seen the episode in a while, so I don't even know if that impression was close. But he's got all the same Pososeability, so I'm not going to go through that. But he looks very cool. He's got silver gun on the head, and you can see that the red ones are there. Red guns, red shins, and a remolded face. There is no mustachio. And I'm going to take out the guns and just transform him. Now, I showed you how to transform the other one, so I don't need to show you how to transform this one, because it's the same simple way. I know a lot of people with Hasbro stuff, they were like, why is it always Alpha Trion is always a repaint of Scourge? Well, here's someone else who's a repaint of Scourge, who's not Alpha Trion, it is Devcon. And it actually kind of makes sense, though his spaceship mode was a bit different, but still not a bad rendition of a character that we didn't have a lot of good versions of. Now we've got a really good version, and of course you could do the same thing with his guns in his hands, if you so choose. So there you have it. 2 Mech Fan Toys. And again, I want to thank the Joyful Model World Toy Store for providing toys to me so I could review them for you. And of course, there are links in the description to both of these, so you can check them out. Yeah, I think they're both fun. Not the largest bots I own, but actually scales well with some of the Combiner Wars or even the newer combiners, so I think they're great to have. That's my opinion. I'm just laying it out there for you. And if you are enjoying these videos, by all means, feel free to subscribe. That would be great. And while you're mulling these over, actually check out this video over here, which is another KO. This is a more third party, but this is a KO of Bumblebee's Dropkick, but in special colors. Shattered glass, maybe? And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.